Welcome back, investors and traders. My name is Jeff. Let's talk about this massive run that Tesla has been on. I want to take a little bit of a one-year look at Tesla. Some of the big downswings, now this huge upswing, up 55.24% on the year. Guys, there was a lot of people out there calling for Tesla to be overbought around 300, around 350. Then I'm hearing it at 400. Then I'm hearing it at 450. Now here we are at $531, and Tesla stock still keeps going up. Now, I don't think anybody has predicted the timing of this exactly right, okay? Now, I will share this with you. I am a Tesla long-term shareholder. I've executed cost average techniques to buy in at some of its lower points. Okay, my position has looked good. It has just lifted my long-term portfolio up to a very nice level. And that is why I want to make this video. Where does Tesla start to become overbought, or what price is it no longer a buy? We should not be served with short memory. June 3rd, 2019, I published a slew of videos where I was taking a short side angle on this stock. I did publish multiple videos, and I remember mentioning if you're short on Tesla under 100, this is the time to cover and get out. Even if you have to take a loss, it is time to move on. I don't see it going much lower than that, up nearly $400 per share. So it's absolutely on fire. They just had their best earnings report in company history. I have seen all different types of analysis come out on Tesla, but most of it has really switched to bullish, okay? And there's a lot of different factors why. We're also seeing a nice, not nearly as impressive, but a decent run out of NIO right now. So EV car manufacturing is getting the much needed and much awaited boost that it has been needing. Even if you want to go back to the 10th of January, comfortably under $500 a share. I don't think anybody predicted it was going to run another $50+ again today on the 13th. But it absolutely did. It is starting to reach some of these price targets that it got just a few weeks ago. And Tesla is quite possibly the hottest equity on the market right now. I can think of a few others that are pretty hot, but I can't think of any that have been this consistently hot over the past 2 to 3 months. So what I want to talk about in this video is Tesla still a buy here? Should you still be buying shares of Tesla at $500, $525, $530? What are some of the factors that could either continue lifting Tesla up or gonna push it down? Obviously, earnings will be coming back up very soon. We're gonna talk about that, and kind of, in my opinion, maybe in my own words, what the best thing to do for your current situation. If you're a long-term Tesla shareholder, you are on top of the world right now. I know, because like I said, my position is up so nicely. So do me a favor, before we get started, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video. I appreciate all the support, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I want to share with you an article that was published on January 9th. Like I said, guys, you can find all different types of news articles to help support your beliefs, to help work against your beliefs, to confuse you royally. At the end of the day, you have to decide which investments you're going to make. This is something I preach to my students in Trade Alerts Pro. Continue thinking objectively, okay? Stick to your convictions. Stick to the companies that you truly believe in. Sometimes you got to block out the noise. I'm going to make a really strong point here at the start of the video. January 9th, 2020, noted Tesla bull says take profits here. And Tesla was around $490 per share when this article was published. And Baird issued a tactical downgrade on Tesla to neutral after taking in the dizzying 100% rally over the last 90 days. And what they're claiming is, while they remain constructive on the company's long-term prospects, they now believe estimates are properly calibrated, particularly on the buy side, and valuation appears to be more balanced. I do agree with that statement. I do think Tesla is probably a lot closer to real valuation. Almost has a $100 billion market cap right now. You know the rule. Anything that goes up must come down at some point. The question is, when is it going to happen? That seems to where all of the confusion comes in. One day later, Tesla had a price target hike to $553 at Piper Sandler on China growth potential. So I do have to agree with that. With the growth potential that they can collect in China, this is really the reason you have to be most bullish on Tesla right now. Tesla's growth potential in China has been underestimated by the market even after the stock's recent rally. I highly agree with that. I think Tesla and NIO are both undervalued. Piper Sandler, as the firm maintains its overweight rating, raised its price target to $553. Right now, everything is bullish. It is very fashionable to be a Tesla bull. Their bullish view is based on its analysis of China's vehicle registration data, which shows a 19% jump in sales of the Tesla Model 3 during the last 3 months. And earlier in the week, Argus Research raised its Tesla price target to $556. So at the end of this video, or towards the end of this video, we will go over the average price targets for Tesla. We are really starting to get close to those range. A lot of short sellers got torched. That is another reason for this explosive run. The short sellers are forced to move out, and it's basically like double the people are buying the stock when all the shorts have to move out. Now, one thing I hate, guys, is any type of news coverage or analysis with these short memories and even some of these ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous price targets. This goes to show you just because you work for a bank or an investment firm does not mean you have much common sense or intelligence at all, okay? When Citigroup was calling for Tesla to drop to $36 a share back in May, I know some of you probably remember that. You know, Tesla was taking a lot of black eyes from analysts. This was one of the most disgusting things I ever seen in my life, just on pure valuation. That would drop it all the way down back to its IPO levels, okay? So to sit here and say Tesla is a $36 per share stock, I need to see that there has been a 90% reduction in all of their metrics and values, okay? And I was not provided that. I know they were having some struggles for a period of time there. And that wasn't even the most ridiculous one. So I want you to keep these analysts in mind. But before you make any decisions about your future investments, Morgan Stanley caused a stir. Again, this was also published in May when their star auto analyst Adam Jonas put out a bear case scenario that envisioned Tesla shares plummeting to just $10. Absolutely ridiculous. This is when you've seen the big drop under $200 a share. And with just one strong earnings report and just a little bit of bullish push behind this stock, now it's up over 500. So again, keep in mind these analysts are not accountable to your portfolio and your savings and your investments. So you got to keep that in mind. Sometimes you have to block out all this noise, maybe to the upside and the downside, remain completely objective about your long-term investments. Now, this is why you tuned into this video. Is Tesla still a buy at $500? I'm going to give you some direction right here. The next earnings report for Tesla is speculatively set on January 29th, 2020, so we don't have long. Just about 14 or 15 days from the time I'm making this video. $530 is a bit too high for you to drop any money into the stock. My suggestion is wait 15 more days and let's see what happens on the next earnings report. Again, the last earnings report was spectacular, best in company history. It is really the earnings report that changed Tesla from a somewhat perceived troubled company basically to stock market gold. I mean, there's really no arguing that. But can they repeat that success in the following quarter? That's really, really going to be important. And if they don't, or if they have what's perceived to be a weak earnings report, I think you will see a pretty massive sell-off. And there's basically just 2 or 3 differences that have been made, 2-3 big improvements that have been made between their balance sheet and their cash flow that I do want you to take note to, is that their total cash has came up very, very sharply, $5.34 billion, and their total debt being around $14.64 billion. Now, this company is still in growth mode. They do spend a lot of cash, but they're becoming a lot more fundamentally strong. This is a good sign. Now, the next challenge for Tesla is to cut perhaps that $14.64 billion. Try to get their total cash to nearly halfway. Where they're, like I said, right now at $5.34 billion. They made a lot of progress in 2019, but now I'd like the ratio to get even better. And then their cash flow statement. This is really where Tesla has made a lot of leaps and bounds. Their operating cash flow at $2.21 billion at one time was burning through all of their cash flow. Even Elon Musk come out himself and said if the company was to continue at the pace they would run out of cash in less than a year. So really did a great moved in the right direction. And their levered free cash flow sitting at $993 million. Again, this has been instrumental in the turnaround on the stock sheet. So let's go over a couple of Tesla's current price targets, okay? Now, what I want you to do with this information is not exactly buy into one analyst and say, hey, Bank of America, they're always right, JP Morgan. Use it as a collective reference. Say, where is the average price target at? Right now, the average price target on Tesla is around $351. And the high price target is around 612. So you're seeing 1, 2, 3 sell ratings. You got 2 buy ratings and 2 hold ratings. You're seeing a range anywhere from $44 up to $515. That's why I mentioned earlier, most of those higher end price targets have been met. And so if there's any kind of economic stall or the market faces any type of adversity, you can pretty much expect to see some level of sell-off in Tesla. But if January 29th comes along and they blow out their next earnings report, like I said, there's no reason why this stock couldn't run to $600 or $700. We're going to have to see how spectacular that earnings report is to really be able to gauge that. So let's conclude the video with this point right here. At $530, yes, I still believe that Tesla is a buy. However, I do think the stock is going to be cheaper, and I would actually probably steer you away from investing a lot of money in Tesla here at these levels. You might be wise to keep the money you already have invested in Tesla, and let's let this one cool off a little bit and get to a little bit more reasonable levels. And like I said, if you are a value investor, you're looking for true value right now, I think money is better spent. But if you're looking long term, I'm talking the next 2 to 5 years, I think Tesla is absolutely a buy. So anyway, that is all I got for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to get more help with investing, make sure to check out the course Trade Alerts Pro. It is the first link in my description box. Be sure to drop a comment and we'll talk with you soon.